This video has 3 genuinely useful and interesting conversation activities for advanced students. I'm Will from Enchanted ESL and I teach a whole load of advanced students, and most of them want conversation to develop their fluency. That means I'm constantly thinking of new ways to challenge them. So whether you're teaching an individual student or a whole group, you can use the 3 ideas in this video to create different types of conversation, which are all super effective. The first is Speculation Station. One of my favourites. You need some people to look at. This could be a photo or a video, or even go outside and look at people in the real world. Like this lady. What's her job? What kind of social life does she have? Where does she live? Answering these questions requires the advanced skill of interpreting the evidence from what they see and making it into a hypothesis. They have to justify what they say about the people. Plus it's really fun because you can invent pretty wild backstories. It's essentially people watching, but getting your students to express their thoughts with advanced language. The next prompt is, if you could change. And it follows the structure, if you could change one thing about where you live, what would it be? Obviously, you can substitute where you live for whatever topic you want. If you could change one thing about your job, the internet, people's opinion of you, students have to justify the thing they would change and explain the potential consequences. There's plenty of use of the second conditional, and you can even add in the third conditional by asking students what they would change about the past. For example, if you could have changed one thing about when you were a kid going to school, what would it have been? If you have an individual student, get them to really develop their reasoning. But with a group, you can ask them a question about something that they all share. Maybe their school, their workplace, or the place where they live. Get them each to propose one change and then have a debate about which change is better. You can even hold a vote at the end if you like. And who knows, maybe they'll be motivated to go out and make that change. The third idea is called imaginary planning. Get your students to plan a holiday or an event or anything relevant to them. You can go into a lot of detail with this. For example, with a holiday, you can talk about where to go, how to get there, what hotels to stay in, what activities you'll do there, what tickets you need to buy. All of those things that go into planning a great trip. I like to go on the internet and look for flights and look for accommodation in the real world, and then you can talk about which one is best. With an individual student, they should make most of the decisions and justify them to you. But with a group, they can organise themselves and come to decisions as a team. There'll be plenty of negotiation and compromise as they decide on their preferred options. I've made this activity last over several sessions, planning a very detailed holiday. Of course, the holiday or the event or whatever it is imaginary, so it won't happen, or will it? But it's a superb way of practicing teamwork and decision-making skills. And that's the kind of genuinely useful and relevant conversation you want your advanced students to have. And if you'd like to get your hands on more great ideas and prompts like this, take a look at the 480 ESL Conversation Prompts ebook by Enchanted ESL. It's packed full of genuinely interesting and effective prompts, not just a big list of generic, tedious questions. And I've included tips on how to use each prompt type. The idea is you use the examples I've put in there as inspiration to come up with fantastic prompts for your specific students. You get 480 prompts across 9 prompt types and 10 categories. All for just $4.80 plus VAT where you live. You'll be sorted for years of conversation classes for just this small investment. So if you're interested, check the links in the description to find out more or get your hands on it right away. And when doing conversation classes, make sure your correction technique is refined. Lots of ESL teachers get their corrections wrong and it can have really damaging effects. So go and learn how I correct my students by clicking this video right here. But for now, I've been Will from Enchanted ESL, wishing you all the joy and success in your teaching. See ya!